News at 5.
You're with us or you're against us. That was the message from the Florida governor last week to the Walt Disney Corporation. Florida lawmakers stripped Disney of its self-governing authority after Disney said it was against the controversial parental rights and education bill. Disney also said they would work to fight against the bill's implementation because of its anti-LGBTQ wording. Ron DeSantis said Disney crossed a line for making those remarks. In February in Texas, members of the UT Faculty Council said they would not adhere to any critical race theory restrictions on the grounds of academic freedom. Texas Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick was outraged. He said the professors couldn't hide behind academic freedom and announced he would eliminate the tenure protection rule in the next legislative session. Here to talk about this is Katie Naranjo, the chair of the Travis County Democratic Party, and James Dickey, CEO of JD Key Communications. Katie, starting with you, what do you think of the GOP tactics here?
I think businesses in Texas need to be afraid. What we are telling people in Texas is that we are in a fight with Florida to get down to the bottom of the barrel when it comes to values, and that we are not open for business anymore, and that these ultimatums are going to start hitting company bottom lines, and they should be afraid.
James Dickey, Ron DeSantis, and the Lieutenant Governor of Texas, they are both in an election year running for re-election. Are these tactics about getting re-elected, or is this just policy?
Actually, it's a little bit of both. It is both good policy and good politics. To remind folks that they should not lie about what the legislature is doing, but also that to the extent that they drastically overstep their bounds, that there will be a response. You know, it's all fine and good to say we should all be gentlemanly and we should all be upstanding about this. But when a bully is picking on you and has been doing so repeatedly, sometimes you just need to stand up to make them stop. And that's exactly what we've seen. For years, companies like Disney have lied about what legislatures were doing and have advocated for one side in the political process. And it's about time the other side stands up. And that's what you're seeing.
You know, Katie, in the case of Florida and in Texas somewhat, do you think GOP lawmakers are being vindictive?
The question here is, who is the bully? Bullies make ultimatums, bullies throw punches. And what the governor and Dan Patrick, who are only elected by 5% of the electorate, are doing is being bullies to American families, to Texas families. And that's the concern we have here. You need to be able to ensure that when your kid goes to school and when your kid goes to college, they get access to an accurate education, and that isn't whitewashed by bullies. You need to make sure that businesses can acknowledge the fact that there are gay people in this country and they have the right to spend their dollar where they want to spend it. And the Republican Party, both in Texas and in Florida, want to erase the fact that there are black people, brown people, Asian people, women, not just gentlemen. Dick, don't worry. It's not just gentlemen. Women are in this country too, as well as gay people. And you can't erase the diverse fabric of our country.
James,
so Katie and the party are both lying about that. A bill that says you can't teach 3-year-olds about sex, it has nothing to do with gay. It has to do with respect, having teachers focus on teaching. And it is time that folks stand up and say that that's what we do. And you want to talk about oppression? Our current attorney general sicked every assistant USA attorney on parents who dared to speak up at school boards about their kids being taught about sex instead of being taught about reading, writing, and arithmetic. And that's oppression, and that's bullying, and that's what Democrats have been doing for years.
And we're going to have to save it for later because we're out of time. Katie, James, thank you both very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.